leeway's cut into both sides of this, which means that now we can go like this, and then put this on there. And then we can put these on there. And then we put this on there. A lot of things are going in. I'm going to see if you see what's wrong with this picture. Well, that's not spinning on the bearing, it's just spinning around the bearing's just there to hold the space. But what they did is they made the front and rear wheels identical. So they didn't have to make two different kinds of wheels. Oh. And then they just, that bearing, all that does is center it. It could just be a piece of bushing, or it could be a piece of heavy plastic.
That seems more expensive to make it just a bushing.
Well, it's probably a lot less expensive to make it two different molds. And then I have some bearings and bearing housings that I scrounged up from our piles of scrap. I have 3 options, and none of them match, so, you know, that's good. On today's episode of Overkill Engineering, we have a CAD file for making a mount for these things, so that I can mount this to this frame.
Dah nak ambil makan ni. Oh. Saya tak tahu, saya cuma baca.
Very premium, and I can weld a little bit on this side and then weld a little on the back side. We're going to have to get some paint off of it first. That's why your daily driver will, but yeah, that's how we do speeding.
Next time we see you with your phone in your pocket.
No. Oh no. What we're doing is installing some firewood in our car. Oh, nice. As like an inverted hood. So now I can set the motor in there and gravity will keep it in place. Oh, nice. That's going forward, right? Tires are spinning that way. Ground's going this way. Okay, just double checking. Yep. Making sure I'm not losing it. Oh! The spicy Pac-Man. I need a bigger one that's gonna come around. Oh wait, well this isn't the Pac-Man.
Ah, kenyang.
Sprockets, a hub, and another one of these. Yeah, if I grind out some of the plastic underneath that, I should be able to just swing the motor down until that chain's reasonably tight. Motor mount / frame reinforcement bar. So it'll go from here to here, underneath the axle, and then it'll bolt to probably 2 of these bolt holes here, ideally. Oh, I've been out there droning around.
Dah, okay. Gerak dulu. Thank you.